Hello? Who's there? There was no answer. You got out of bed, following the noise to your living room before calling out again. Mikey? Who is it? Who is it? Hey, nobody was there. He bites his lip with such intensity, it rips the crackled flesh off of it, causing his lips to bleed. What is going on? You did always have a thing for yanderes. I mean, ask and ye shall receive, right? Hey, what's going on everyone? My name is Ezekiel and welcome to The Bleeding Canvas. So, this is a horror visual novel, and the premise is that this guy on our screen is actually our college crush, and we find out more about him as we talk to him. And yeah, if you're curious to know what happens in this game, why don't you stick around and watch me experience it for the first time. And without further ado, let's just hop right in. New game. Controls: enter to continue, up and down arrow to choose option, F1 to full screen, not recommended. Oh yeah, I actually tried to full screen this game earlier, but then when I tried to full screen it, my recording software didn't actually pick it up, so I'm pretty much playing in a small screen. You are able to save your game at the end of each day. To load a save, you must close the game, or get an ending that returns you to the main menu. Lecture Professor. Think I wouldn't notice you sleeping? You're suddenly awoken by the sound of your college professor knocking sharply on your desk. Ugh, how long was I asleep? About half an hour. Class ended a while ago. You better hurry home before it gets too dark out. Oh. You quickly stuff all your belongings into your small, school-mandated book bag and scurry towards the door. With your mind half asleep, you turn to face the scholar behind you as you bid him farewell. Thanks. Good night, Professor. As you plug your earbuds in, a familiar voice grabs your attention. Hey. Oh my gosh, it's him. It's my crush. Ah, I should ask him out. I should do it. Wait, you just woke up though. Hey. Ah, I'm acting strange, aren't I? I wanted to ask you something. Do you have time to spare? Oh, of course. What's happening? I wanted to ask you to go out with me as a date. That was pretty quick. Oh, wait, it's a dream? Think I wouldn't notice you sleeping? You're suddenly awoken by the sound of your college professor knocking sharply on your desk again. But unlike in your dream, you're not the only person left in class. Ugh, how long was I asleep? Standing next to your professor is your crush, Mikey, giggling in amusement. Oh. Having nice dreams? Only the best. What was that? Nothing. I gotta get home soon, so I'll just head out. You quickly stuff your belongings into your small, school-mandated book bag and scurry towards the door. Hey, wait up! You pause for a moment as Mikey attempts to catch up to you. Man, you move fast. I wonder if you paint that fast too. Shall I tell our teacher to enroll you in that art competition? You flush a bit. I see that look on your face. Your blood runs cold. Could he see your blush? Damn, you look mortified. Don't worry, I won't force you to do anything you don't want to. You breathe a sigh of relief. You almost forgot how he was a total idiot. Anyway, it's getting really dark out. Shall I do the honor of walking you home? You quickly think to yourself. I mean, I'm pretty sure we know each other, so yes? Great. Let's get going. You and Mikey walk a few blocks, reaching your house within a few minutes. The walk home was a bit awkward, yet fun, with Mikey making small talk and asking you a few questions here and there. Finally, you reach your apartment complex. Looks like this is it. Need me to escort you to your apartment? No thanks, I'm good. Alrighty, see you later. With that, Mikey was gone. You ascended the concrete stairwell leading up to your apartment. Before long, you were in your home, safe and sound. Honey, I'm home. Looking around the dimly lit room, there's nobody waiting for you. I'm so hilarious. You pause for a moment, thinking of what to do, before you sigh, resigning yourself to the usual. Guess it'd be best to go to bed. You groggily make your way over to your bedroom, practically collapsing on your rock-hard mattress, as if it was fluffy and soft. Ow! Ugh. It's been such a long day, and most of it sucked. Except for Mikey. Your mouth waters a bit. Thinking of him, you drift off into a peaceful slumber. Save game? Yes! Oh gosh, wait, how many save files do we have? 16. Yep, that's more than enough. Thank you. You get out of bed to hear the sound of your alarm blaring in your ear. New day, same activities. You grab yourself some breakfast out of the freezer, putting it in the microwave to heat it up. While waiting, you take a moment to scroll through your various social medias, reading up to the latest true crime. Bunch of people going missing recently, and dead bodies showing up in those stereotypical creepy alleyways. I guess I should be more careful. Just as you finish your thought, the microwave beeps to indicate your meal has been finished heating up. You gobble down your food. Then, with nothing left to do, you gather the resolve to do what you most dread. Time to get to school, I guess. You arrive at school, just in time for your first lesson, art. You feel a sense of security as you step foot into the art room. You grab a seat before anyone else, wondering to yourself if you woke up early by some godly luck. Thankfully, the teacher arrived to class, shortly followed by a swarm of students. You couldn't find your friend in the crowd, wondering if they're sick, or worse, avoiding you after your fight with them. To make it worse, people were taking seats everywhere except next to you, and you can't help but wonder if they found you weird, or heard some rumor about you. Do I smell bad or something? Oh gosh, this is making me so tense. Are there things being said about me? Hey, you! Mikey softly yelled from the door, walking up to you and taking a seat in your friend's chair. What's up? You look behind Mikey, praying for your friend to walk through the classroom door and save you from this incoming awkward conversation. But to no avail, they weren't there. Hello? Oh, sorry, hi. It's okay, Space Cadet. Excited to continue working on our watercolor paintings? Obviously, I'm so glad the teacher decided to let us paint instead of sculpting. I hate the texture of clay so much. Me too. I just can't stand most textures, but I love art more than I hate the feeling of clay and styrofoam, so... you're right, styrofoam sucks. You and Mikey chat about various things until the end of class, working on your paintings side by side. You couldn't help but glance at his art, and you saw what appeared to be a person. You wondered who he was painting. When the bell rang, you quietly groaned as your least favorite class was next. At least this semester, you only had to take 2 classes on Wednesdays. As you enter the lecture hall for your next class, your professor begins to talk about today's course. Bleh, this is boring. Same thing from yesterday. You make your way over to your seat quietly, regretting even showing up in the first place. It's not long before you drift off to sleep, per your usual school day nap schedule. Okay. I mean, she just went into the classroom and it's only been like 5 seconds. A voice awakens you from your slumber. Hey, sleepyhead. Think it's time to rise and shine. You're taken aback a bit. Ah! Hi, Mikey. From what I can observe, you seem to enjoy sleeping a lot. Huh? Oh yeah, I do. I don't really have anyone to talk to anymore during class. Not since my friend and I had our fight. I haven't seen them in forever. Yeah, I heard. What they did was unforgivable. You know something? Yeah, there were rumors going around campus. I just couldn't help myself, you know? Oh, yeah, right. That stuff spreads like crazy. An awkward silence fills the room. Um, oh, okay. I'd love to walk you home again today. Yeah, sure. On the route home, you poured your emotions out to Mikey, who remained quiet, giving you his attention. You felt safe, as if you made a friend out of him. With him around, time moved a lot faster than normal. We've arrived. See ya, you. Seems like you're in a hurry. Yeah, I got some things to attend to. Stay safe. Mikey turns around, quickly making his depart. That was weird. What if I followed him? No, I'm not a creep, but... You think to yourself, do you really want to do this now? What? I mean, I guess I have no option. Screw it, I'll follow him, just to make sure he makes it home safely. What? So he walked you home and now you want to... Okay, you know what, fine. There's been a lot of crazy stories about people going missing. My heart is in the right place. You take off in the direction Mikey was walking towards. Wow, the music is really eerie. Oh gosh. You find yourself in a suspicious looking alleyway. What? Here? I saw him walk into this alley. Is he trying to get himself killed? How and why would Mikey, of all people, walk into a place like this? Your thoughts were interrupted when an object on the ground caught your attention. It's Mikey's bag. What's it doing here? And where's Mikey? A scream echoed in the distance, the voice sounding eerily familiar. Oh my gosh, Mikey! Clutching the bag, you ran off in the direction you heard the screaming coming from. Mikey? You followed the scream to a brick wall in a secluded corner of the alleyway, and what you saw left you speechless. What's happening? What's happening? Mikey, are you okay? What is going on? You saw Mikey, back facing you, next to an unconscious person, bleeding out of their neck. Their small intestine was entangled with the bigger one, twisting and turning into various shapes, such as a wobbly heart. You couldn't tell who it was at first, as their face was scored by what appeared to be a box cutter, which Mikey was gripping tightly. Slip and score, slip and score. But taking a moment to look at their attire, it became obvious as to the identity of the injured person. What's happening? What have I done? It was then that Mikey realized you were there. Turning his head to face you, you felt your stomach churn as you saw the blood spatter smear all over him. You? He let go of the body, its corpse giving a crunch as it fell to the floor. He took a step back. Oh my gosh. Alright, yep, definitely a killer. The person beside him. He killed him. He killed my friend. Mikey began to turn his whole body towards you. Crap, gotta go. Alright. Before he was completely facing you, you turned your back and ran out of the alleyway as quickly as you could. Wait, he knows where you live. Ah, I gotta get back in my apartment quickly. Go. Oh gosh, maybe I shouldn't have let him walk me home. What? The door's open. I know you're out there. Why don't you come on in? Crap, what'd I do? What if he sees... You rush into your apartment. You! What do you want? Are you here to hurt me? Mikey took a deep breath, seemingly to regain his composure. First off, I want my bag back. You shakily hold out his bag. He reaches his hands out, touching yours for a brief second before grabbing the bag and putting it on. Mikey looks away awkwardly, as if there wasn't such a heavy weight in the air after you witnessed him murdering your friend. If that had not be, this moment would have made your heart flutter. And no, I I could never hurt you. I I did this because Mikey rips his mask off and bites his lip, making himself look like he's lost in his mind. Because I love you. I love you. Okay. Sure. I couldn't love anyone else but you. You're perfect in every way, a true work of art. Oh, what an honor it would be to have you model for me, in your utmost perfect form, nude or not. He steps forward. Alright, nice. I just love you so much. I love you. And yep, he's gone crazy. Alright, cool, cool, nice. What is happening? What is happening? What? How long is this going? We get it, Mikey. We get it. We get it. Come on. Do you love me too? Oh gosh. Alright, using a little bit of common sense, if we say yes, he'll probably kidnap us. And if we say no, we'll probably die. You know what? Yeah, I do love you. I do. Ah, a being as wonderful, as godlike as you. Loving someone so unworthy. C- Crap. He He bites his lip with such intensity, it rips the crackled flesh off of it, causing his lips to bleed? What is going on? Ah! It appeared he had a moment of clarity, realizing how creepy he was being. He picked up his water bottle, taking a sip before parting his lips to speak. You're wonderful. I'm sorry for being such a weirdo. I just couldn't help it, you know? You get me? What? Yeah, it happens. You killed my friend. Oh gosh. Well, do you just want to go with the flow, or you might want to agitate him? You know what? I really want to say this. You killed my friend. I'll say this. Despite loving him, you felt a sense of anger towards him for killing one of the few people who didn't find you strange. You killed my friend. They were worthless. What? You stumbled backwards in a mixture of shock and disgust. You, I, they were an awful friend. They used you to make themselves look better. Well, you knew that much. They weren't that great of a friend, but you had kept them around for different reasons. Reasons that could exploit right about now. Mikey, yeah? Now it was all up to your choice of words to determine if you benefited from their death or not. What? What? I honestly don't think I would pick any of these choices. Uh, I'd like to grieve, thanks. You let out a sniffle and avert your eyes from Mikey's. Please take me to them. I'd like to mourn the loss of my friend. Yes, I understand. Please follow me. Mikey took you back to the alleyway, leading you to where you had found him stabbing your friend to death. You let out a small gasp as you saw the state of their body. I'm so sorry. You knelt down next to them and rested your head on theirs, almost allowing a stray tear to escape from your eyes. I'll wait by the alley entrance. Mikey walked away, and once you determined he was a safe distance from you, you did what you had entered a friendship for. After which, you got up without a sound and returned to Mikey. He walked you home, all the way up to where he broke in. I guess this is goodbye for now. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, good night, Mikey. As he left, you turned around and walked through the doorway before shutting it properly. Ah, what the heck? With all said and done, you retire yourself to your bedroom, drifting off into a restful slumber while you wondered what awaited you the next day. Save game? Alright. This whole situation was like treated as a normal day. Sure. Like most days, your rest was unfulfilling. And, again, like most days, you dreaded the fact you woke up alive at all. You wished Mikey had just broken in again and killed you in your sleep. But he didn't, so, as a result, you gotta go through the motions of your regular Thursday, knowing your crush is a killer. This information nearly wrecked your opinion of him. Thankfully for Mikey, you can accept a flaw or two of his. I mean, would you guys think the same too? Piff, every guy comes with his flaws. What an unexpected twist. Regardless of your opinion of him, your breakfast was ready. Best served cold. What? What did we eat? Like cereal? You gobble down your breakfast with a hunger comparable to a ravished, stranded man. Finishing your breakfast, you gather your items in your bag and head to school. Let's go! You seem to have arrived on time, seeing your peers in their respective seats, including Mikey, who, unlike yesterday, chose to sit a distance away from you. His friends flocked to him, making conversations about things you couldn't care to tune in for. That's how he's going about this? You grab your painting from your drawing rack and get down to business, doing your best to avoid making eye contact with him. For all that anyone can know, you're just very absorbed in your creation today. At least that's what you hoped. You were wrong. Two of your classmates approached you, seemingly wary of their steps. Hey, it's you, right? Yes? What could they want? You wonder to yourself. Could it be you're hogging the paint? Oh, did you need the paint tube bag? Oh, no. We just wanted to ask you about you and Julia, and maybe Mikey, that's all. Julia? That's what your friend's name was. You never thought of her as more than trash. She wasn't a human being to you, so when she introduced herself, you forgot her name pretty quickly. The air grew tense, and you could feel their distrust towards you. They pulled their seats over to your table, whispering to one another on the way. Julia's gone missing. You had to feign surprise and concern. You got this. You've done this before. What? What happened to her? We don't know, and neither do the police. We were hoping you might, know something since they were onto you. But for the wrong reason. The easiest way out of this would be to throw Mikey under the bus. You couldn't. For your own reasons, you couldn't, and you wouldn't. I'm sorry, I know we fought right before this all happened, but they haven't talked to me since. Look. You pulled out your phone, unlocking it and showing them your text and call history with Julia. Nothing even remotely strange or out of place to be found, for all they could tell from you trying to call her almost every hour, you were just a concerned friend. Oh, we're sorry for kinda suspecting you. We'll take our leave now. But since you hadn't mentioned it, could we actually have the paint? You handed them the paint. Thanks. With that, they left, retreating to the side of the room they came from. So now there you were, left to stare at your painting after you ran out of paint to use. While staring at your painting, you didn't even notice Mikey walking forward and placing a fresh tube of paint next to you. Thanks for that. Oh, Mikey awkwardly shuffles back to his seat, looking up occasionally to glance at you. You sat through the rest of class feeling a mixture of emotions. Before long, the class had ended. As you got up from your seat, Mikey awkwardly rushes past you, avoiding eye contact entirely. You made your way to your next class, your favorite, Culinary Arts. It was a Thursday-only class, as prep took a long time considering how laid-back but busy your teacher was. Whoa. Alright. With pep in your step, you entered the classroom/kitchen and grabbed your utensils, sitting down waiting for your teacher to address the class. Hello everyone. Today we'll be preparing meat, specifically pork loin. You were thrilled. What a perfect lesson. As the teacher began hands-on instruction, you and your classmates prepared and cooked pork loin. Of course, as usual in this class, you exceeded your teacher's expectations and made one of the best dishes. Ah, great job, you. You could become a professional chef if you pursued a career in culinary arts. You beamed at the compliment. You did want to become a chef, but you couldn't afford to attend culinary school. If Only I could. Class ends quicker than usual. I guess time flies when you're having fun. You silently pack up your items, giving a brief goodbye to your teacher before heading to your final class. I guess we're skipping forensic sciences today. There won't be a teacher filling in for a professor for a while. You feel the freezing classroom air even before you entered your class. But, oh man, I'd much rather be in forensics now instead of this stupid class. Man, I almost forgot it was a law and justice class. It feels like we're just doing long math equations all the time. And it's a class I have to go to almost every day. You almost forgot you shared this class with Mikey. You two meet eyes, and he is quick to look away. You can feel the guilt oozing from him. This is so painfully weird. Your teacher saves the day by rushing to the class and demanding you to take a seat before finally starting the lesson. Hello class, I brought bad news for y'all. The forensics teacher has been found dead on the park bench. What? Even Mikey looks surprised. I won't go into details, but I thought I'd let y'all know. The teacher droned on about how there wouldn't be any forensic science classes until a replacement teacher has been hired, and began the lesson. Today was one of the only days you paid attention in the class. It was a lot slower than both of your art classes, but you still listened in. Your class ended on an awkward note as the sun set in the distance. You half expected Mikey to approach you after the lesson had ended, but he didn't. He just left without looking in your direction. Therefore, you walked home alone. Mikey was avoiding you the entire day, at least you thought so, and you wondered why. Is he scared of me? Does he feel guilty? Welp, I'm just gonna pick, is he scared of me? Only time will tell. You got home safely. Your apartment smells bad. Ignoring that smell, you grab a bite to eat, watch some TV, and headed to bed. Is that even a good idea? What if he dragged the body into your house? I need to get more food soon. College life sucks. I can barely afford breakfast cereal. Thinking about your next meal, you drifted off to sleep. Save game? Yes. Okay. Save file 3. You woke up to your stomach growling. You sat down on your couch and watched the news, having no food to eat. You could hear your stomach gargle again. Gosh damn it, I need to get more food. And soon, I'm so hungry. You lazily flipped through the news channel until you found a press coverage of your dead forensics teacher. Oh? The news further explained that it had appeared like the victim's body was dragged to the park by a third party, for reasons they did not know. Several of the organs were missing. There are a bunch of crazy people out there, huh? You turned off your TV and gathered your items. As if on cue, a letter was slipped through the gap in your door. A chill went down your spine as you walked over to pick up the letter. You grabbed the letter, flipping it over and reading the shipping address. It had no stamps or labels on it, just 2 big red words on it. For you. You instantly knew who the sender was, Mikey. You opened the envelope and find a letter inside. What's happening? What's happening? The paper looked disgusting. Yep, it actually... Well, it looks more like an ancient scroll. If this were from a stranger, you would have torn it up on the spot. But instead, you felt obligated to read what he had written down on his note. You sighed and began reading. What's happening? What's happening? Adoration's so deep, it feels like pain. My heart beats fast and my mind's... Wait, what? It's going too fast! I can't control the thoughts in my head. All I can do is dream of you in my bed. I know that's not right. This love of mine. You know what? I'm just gonna skim through it. My love for you is like a disease. It's taking over. It got... Is this just a poem or something? What? Alright. You felt your heart stop after reading that, dropping the note to the floor before coming to your senses and hastily shoving it back in its envelope. He's obsessed with me. I can't do this. I gotta distract myself somehow. You took the envelope and put it on your coffee table before checking the time. With the extra time you had left over, you decided to do a deep cleanse of your apartment? Well, seeing the state and contents of the letter surely made me want to feel clean in some sense. When you're done cleaning, you picked up the letter, noticing a distinct and familiar scent to it. No, this is... What's happening? The scent makes you lose your sense of humanity for a brief moment. What? What does that mean? Time and space begins to blur and you're suddenly in class. Except Mikey isn't there. You would have thought that after sending such a letter, he would have wanted a reaction from you. Isn't that what most people want? You sat down and began working on your project, occasionally looking to see if Mikey would walk through the door. But Mikey never came to art class, and you noticed his supplies were missing as well. His paints, his brushes, and his canvas, all of them were gone. You could feel your classmates whispering, including his so-called friends, about his sudden disappearance. They went back and forth with absurd explanations on why Mikey's gone. You had wondered why they make such a big deal out of it until you remembered the recent murders taking place. At that point, you couldn't help but wonder as well. Your painting began to morph into weird shapes and colors, with you ending up sketches with some conceptualized versions of your ideal boyfriend. You did always have a thing for yanderes. I mean, ask and you shall receive, right? Ah, I almost fell asleep. You looked around to make sure nobody noticed. Thankfully, nobody did, so you picked up your paintbrush and resumed working on your art. You did your best to tune out the gossip being spread regarding Mikey. It felt like ages before art class had ended. You were so out of it, you couldn't tell people apart from one another. You got up, feeling half asleep, and made your way over to your next class. Guess your luck had left you, because you had a longer than usual school day ahead of you. If people took the time to notice you, they would have noticed something was off. But your existence remains out of their eyes. Class after class ended, with Mikey nowhere to be found. As you walk to Law and Justice, you hope you see him there. But to no avail. Hello everyone, today we'll be going over... You couldn't focus, and you didn't know why. Maybe Mikey's absence made you lose yourself. Maybe you were hungry. Maybe both. I'm just as bad as him. If not, even worse. I'm so... You, please, pay attention. What? My gosh, you look horrible. Have you gotten sick? Huh? No, I shouldn't. Oh, just go home at this point. You're obviously unwell. Alright. You packed your bags and left the class. Would any professor be like this? When you had returned home, you realized you were starving and you needed food now. Your only option was to sleep it off. This crap sucks. You attempted to drift off to sleep. Save game? Sure thing. This person has such an odd... Alright! But a noise woke you up. Someone was there. You had a feeling you knew who it was, but in a wave of confusion and fear, you had to ask regardless. Hello? Who's there? There was no answer. You got out of bed, following the noise to your living room before calling out again. Mikey? Who is it? Who is it? Hey, nobody was there. You took a moment to look around the room, visually searching every nook and cranny for signs of an intruder. But nothing was out of the ordinary. What the heck? Must have been my imagination then. You groggily returned to your bed and went back to sleep. Nice. At least you pretended to. You knew your senses well and you trusted your gut. Something was wrong and someone was there. You heard the intruder enter your room in a tiptoe manner. You could hear various things clatter with each step and you can only pray it wasn't a knife or the likes to end your life. You held your eyes shut and hoped for your life. You felt a warm hand brush against your face. Oh, you're so beautiful. Perfect. Still art from my painting. You hear what you realize is paintbrushes being dragged across the canvas. If only I could use your pure, clean blood for this work if art, my love. Crap, he was just gonna paint with your blood. You heard him reach into his bag to grab what you can only assume was a sharp object. Heck no. You got up and bolted to your kitchen. Wow, alright. Mikey followed after you. Alright, what's happening? Get away! Don't hurt me! Oh, my love, I didn't know you were awake. My apologies, did I startle you? Get away from me, you creep! Now that's no way to talk to a person. You're my moose. I must paint you. Now stay still, this won't hurt if you don't move. Mikey approached you with a box cutter in hand. You had to get out of there. But as you turned to run, your movement caused Mikey to slip up and stab you in the back. No! You felt your body hit the floor. You! Oh my gosh. It was cold at first, but then it was warm. You could hear Mikey collecting your blood before scrambling to find a first aid kit. Am I going to die like this? The world faded to black as you lost your senses. Bad ending. Bleeding canvas? What? There's no way I died to a box cutter. There's no way. What? Aw, heck no. Mikey's over here asking us if we love him. I'm gonna say no. No, I don't. Your breath stops, wondering if he'll hurt you for your answer. How could you love him now, after what he's done? I should have expected this. Mikey moves backwards, away from you, taking the water bottle from his bag, and dejectedly taking a sip. How could a being so divine, art in its finest form, ever love someone as unworthy as I? Mikey paused, glancing at the door, then back to you, then back to the door. Crap, I screwed up, didn't I? Perhaps you did. Please leave, Mikey. Goodbye, you. Mikey makes his way to the door, pausing as his hand rests against the doorframe. I'll see you on Thursday. Maybe we can start from square one, if you like. Okay. Before you get a chance to respond, he's gone. What the heck? Guess you couldn't study your friend's body for your science class. Wait, what? What does that even mean? With all said and done, you retire yourself to your bedroom, drifting off into restful slumber while you wondered what waited you the next day? Alright, this person is too calm. Save game? I guess, yeah. Okay, I want the body. Give me their body. It's the least you could do. Their body? Of course. I'll be right back with it. Mikey scrambled off to retrieve the corpse, returning within a matter of minutes. That was pretty fast. I'm back with the corpse. Mikey hauled your friend's body into your apartment, dropping them next to your living room carpet. Words cannot describe how you felt. Oh, Mikey. You reached up, leaving a kiss on his cheek. What? Alright. Mikey reached up to his face, lightly touching his fingers to the place you planted your kiss on him. Now, you did great, but could you leave me be? To, mourn? Your words snapped him back to reality as he quickly nodded and made his departure, regardless from shock. With the corpse on your living room floor, you dragged it over to the kitchen and did what you had entered a friendship for in the first place. Wait a minute. What's happening? What the heck? With all said and done, you retire yourself from your bedroom, drifting off into a restful slumber while you wondered what awaited you the next day? Aw, heck no. Our character has to be accountable or something. There's no way. Mikey approached you with a box cutter in hand. You had to get out of there. But as you turned to run, your movement caused Mikey to... What? Wait! Did I get bodied? Again? The thing is that this actually has 4 endings. And I'm not sure how long these endings will take. So, I'm just gonna leave it at that. But yeah, we got the bad ending. Mikey's a yandere killer. I find it pretty strange how, the girl was like, I'm into yanderes, and then she was freaking out at the end. I can tell this game has a lot of secrets in it. Like, how the main character dragged the body to the kitchen. I still don't know, but I'm just guessing the main character was a cannibal or something. Because that's not a normal reaction. Just bringing a body into your kitchen and just grieving, and then having the text that tells you why you entered a friendship. Like, come on now, there's definitely something suspicious about that. But yeah, this was The Bleeding Canvas. This was actually a pretty neat horror game. The only thing I didn't really enjoy was just like the saving system where you have to go to sleep first. To me, I feel like it takes a lot of time to progress to the story, because if you mess up and like skim through like the text and pick a choice you didn't want, you're gonna have to redo that all over again. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel for more videos. If you want to play the game for yourselves, I'll leave the link down in the description below. But otherwise, my name is Yuziko, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.